everybody, welcome to the Classic Teams Championship. I'm Cameron Walsh for Gernot Fitche as we bring you the Strength of Field race at Watkins Glen International Split 1. This is the main race, the big show of the week. Strength of Field 30-29 today across all of the drivers, as Gernot Fitche in the Lotus will qualify with a 1:33.655. Tapani Liniuleto with a 1:34 behind him, followed by Doby and Ventura in row 2. It's really good to see the Lotus back up front, as it has the Essex paint scheme this season. As they get off the line here, as they go towards turn 1, R90, very dangerous early just because of how many cars there are. As they turn 1 accident will happen, I believe that was Simpkins. I don't know who he hit. Hill was involved. I don't really know who else got involved there. 20 some odd cars here in split 1, 22 cars in split 2. As we go down the backstretch for the first time, Mills going on the inside of Poleski into the carousel. No bus stop for us, and we do use the boot in the Lotus. 79 as we enter the boot. Very steep drop, very lots of elevation changes here at Watkins Glen, a track I have actually been to. You'll see that was going from the toe to the heel. This is in the final 2 turns of the track, as Gernot will be followed by the Brabham of Tapani, Sam Doby, and Andrea Ventura in the top 4, as Eric Block will have a little bit of a wiggle coming out of the final turn. Barry West in the Candy Team Terrell car will go on the inside. That's the UK team car for this season, as you can see the sparks kicking up from the Essex Lotus with the Brabham of Tapani right ahead of Sam Doby, as Simpkins makes it to the pits, lap 3 here of the race, as we will have another look at that turn 1 incident. He will overcook it going into turn 1, hit that yellow car, slide into hill, and collect that other car. I don't know who that was in white and red. All 4 of them picking up damage. Simpkins the worst off, as Ventura has a little bit of a kick out. He will get punted up into the air. I don't even know who hit him, as Mills has to evade them to the right. I'm surprised none of them hit each other. Poleski dives onto the right side, going into the hill, going into the heel of the turn, as everybody's getting loose. Very aggressive here. This is lap 4, as the 2 Viceroys, Bill Frazier ahead of Matt Poleski. Matt trying to get onto the inside of him. No, he won't get it here. This is lap 4. They are teammates, but Poleski is trying to get the positions that he can before everybody splits out, as Poleski now looking to the inside of Frazier. He will go in. He will slide heavily, and he and Frazier will not collide, but they did mess up their run into the S's. Mills might try to take advantage of that as he can. Poleski not having it, though, as he'll go to the inside. Mills, though, will follow behind Poleski and see if he can't get on the inside of Bill Frazier, as they will get through the carousel without any damage, as Paul Mills goes on the outside of Frazier, and Frazier's off. Frazier hit the grass, and you hit that tire wall, your day is done. You go off there in the grass, your day is done. Later, we heard that he had gearbox issues, but his day would be over from then on, as we go on the helicopter, looking up at the bright blue walls of Watkins Glen International Speedway, or Raceway, whichever you want to call it. That's Nicholas Bretmark in the red car, as we follow Frank Ferry Jr. in 13th position in the arrows. Lots of smoke coming out of these steps out, going into the carousel, full speed, about 170 miles an hour. Baz will take him on the right, or on the left side, excuse me, going into the boot, my right, driver's left, as lap 9 now. Fritsch and Liniuleto, as Tapani will try to go on the outside, going into the carousel. He has lower downforce, will not be able to make it stick. Really, that's the only place that a low downforce can attack, except for maybe going into turn 1, but Gernot is very good at defending, as he will hold on to the lead. Pickford now, lap 10, losing a position, I believe, to Barry West, and Barry trying to maybe get alongside going into the S's. Did not, though. Frank Ferry Jr., we cut to him, he goes around. That's at the toe entering. He's going to have to wait for everybody before he can spin that car around. That Warsteiner Arrows car I drove last year, and the Occidental car, what I drove in the beginning of last season. Both cars that I drove last season getting spun around at the entry to the boot. No wonder I had such a terrible season. I was given bad cars as they spin, apparently. that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's why I didn't do so good. As we go to the British people, as Barry West will try to go onto the inside of Pickford. He will slide up. No, they do not make contact, but they came just a hair away. The left of Baz and the right front, or yeah, it was right front of Pickford. Pickford is not going to give that position up, though, as he will go to the outside of the carousel. That is one of the great reasons why I love coming to Watkins Glen. Many passing opportunities, many defending opportunities, as they cut across into the boot, into the toe, heading towards the toe. That steep decline. Lots of elevation changes here, as a couple laps later now, Pickford letting Azevedo go by. I don't know if he's having problems or just lost his rhythm. You lose your rhythm here, you could have a couple of really bad laps. The Ligier of Ventura, I think, going almost to an easy 4th place. There is no easy top positions here in the top split. Very fast, very hard paced, very hard on the head, as if your rear steps out, your day is pretty much going to be done. That was Sam Doby, as the Dickerson's a Perth car of Daniel Garrison will spin around. That's exactly what I was talking about. As that was for 9th, I believe he's in 9th, as Hill will take him in the Ligier. Hill this season in the teal car. I will have problems calling that out all year long, as I'm used to him in a red car. Lap 25 now, last stages, as Pileski is trying to defend from Mills. I believe he lost some speed due to the lap car. Mills waiting for the last second. He will go to the inside of the carousel. As Pileski left the door open, his rear steps out then. We'll cut to Pickford and Paramo, as he overtakes from position 14 going on the inside, entering the boot. Pickford not wanting to contest it this late in the race, as Chadwick in 5th. He's run a great race just like he had at Phillip Island, but bad news, he did disconnect a lap later. Some kind of mechanical failure of the router kind. As we'll look at the Irish racing car. Yep, Irish International Racing with Carlos Molina. That's what happens when you hit the curbing in turn 1 wrong. These cars that we run are so low downforce, so stiff in the springs. You hit that 9 times out of 10, you are going to hit the wall. That inside wall claims many a car every season. As now we look at the Lotus of Gernot Fritche. The helmet matching perfectly, which works out great. It's great to see the Lotus back up front, as he will win here at Watkins Glen International Raceway, followed by Tapani Lingleto in the Brabham. Sam Doby in the Williams will follow 15 seconds later, with Ventura 25 seconds behind Gernot as well. So, great first racing of the season. 2014 is looking to be a promising year. The Lotus is back in. The Brabham is strong as ever, as we will go to Circuit Zolder next week. We'll bring you the action there, hopefully. Lots of participation this week. Hopefully it'll roll on as we continue our 2014 campaign, looking at the championship standings as they stand after 1 week. Gernot Fritche is going to be in the lead with a 192, followed by Tapani in the 182. Notables is Nuno Maria. He did not race here in the strength of field race, but he did net a 162. He's in 5th place, as going down the list almost to the bottom, there's me in 48th. Anyways, this has been Cameron Walsh for Gernot Fritche, and if I pronounced that wrong, I'm sure next week we'll come up with something else. If not, we will see you at Zolder. Drive safe, everybody. Please do look at the Lotus 79 forums, always populated, as we head forward. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Comment your support, whatnot. I'm Cameron Walsh. I think I've said that 3 times now, and we will see you later. Take care.